Welcome and thanks for joining. There's so much that we have in common, and one of the things we have in common is sadness. And many people read self-help books, talk to therapists, and yet we hear time and again that there's no magical solution. It comes, we get to what we call tools to deal with it. But what happens is we keep on getting back to it. There are days that we have better days. Those individuals that have the tools, when they use the tools, it makes it easier for them. But yet, why do we struggle for 10, 20, 30, or some people even a lifetime? And this is just my opinion. I could be right, I could be wrong, and you want to put my theory and my thoughts into test. There's basically two things that make a person sad. One is when they think about sad situations in life, they're replaying it, and it's not that you're rethinking it and you go to a place of thought, but your body to a certain level relives it. If your imagination is great, then your emotional torture will be great as well. And that's very common. So when you sit down, when you have time, just go through videos or photos or think about awesome and good times. Before you know it, you'll be laughing. You might call someone to share your feelings of the good time or the people that you had that good time, whatever the good time was. So that's sort of a very easy thing in a way to deal with. As long as you are aware of where your thoughts are, you could be in a good place. But why is it so many people still have a very hard time to deal with sitting down and thinking of those positive thoughts? Furthermore, many people will even feel stuck, even in this technique that could work for some, but yet will not work for others. And here comes something I don't hear a lot about, but I see it, and I see it more and more as the years go by. And some therapists will sit with you for 5 years and might not even discuss this detail. And this is, I believe, the core of sadness, feeling blue, the heaviness, the lack of energy and enthusiasm. How do you view yourself? Deep down, it might not be on a conscious level. Deep down, how do you view yourself? Now, I have seen people that are professionals. And we all know from media, there are professionals that are earning 7, 8 digits or more. Being successful, being popular, being famous does not change anything. There are two aspects within us. It's what we do, what we have achieved, and deep down, who we are. So if someone, for example, decides that the only way he will be happy is by being a billionaire, and sadly that's an external method, because even when he or she reaches there, they're still going to be sad because they're not dealing with the real issues that they don't feel good about themselves. Regardless if they earn 10 or 20 or 200 million, there's still that they can't spend time with family, they can't be satisfied, they can't enjoy their vacation, they just can't, because there's a certain image that I am nobody till so and so is achieved. Which means you're not really valuing the depth of your character, of your soul, of who you are. You are just constantly thinking that at the next level you will get there. The other thing I've seen with people is they have a very poor self-image. Deep down, they could be helping someone, they could be therapists, they could be doctors, they could be business people, but deep down, they know they're not good. The old voices of their father and mother, the lies that was planted in their brain, because they did not learn how to get rid of them, it still sits there. So every time they go, wow, I'm amazing, I've achieved so and so, I have studied, I have accomplished. Look at this honor that I got. Look at that honor that I got. Look at the wing in the hospital that I've put up. Look at all the beautiful things. And after they go through it, they will notice that little delete button in their brain that goes, yeah, but you're a nerd. Yeah, but you can't get along with people. Yeah, but you're social awkward. That little delete button, after all the beautiful things of who they are, that delete button causes them all issues. So if we could summarize what you have accomplished and what you tell yourself with your lips and with your prefrontal cortex perhaps and with other conscious part of your brain does not negate the fact that the amygdala, the subconscious part of your mind, is the one that controls you. It's the part of your mind that most people are not aware. It's the part of the mind that controls 95% of your life or more, depending on what research you look at. So we think we want to do things for certain reasons, or we want to open up businesses for certain reasons, or we want to do certain things, or we want to move to certain places. If we go deep down, there's always something deeper that we're not connected to. It is that depth within that tiny little amygdala, within the subconscious mind, that controls our joy. And when we have that inner voice that tells us we're not good enough, when we have that inner voice that always compares us to someone else, when we have that inner voice that's telling us, well, you should have accomplished that 10 years ago, that's what breaks us down. To do this alone is very difficult. And in my coaching sessions, what I do with people, I got to put them in a meditative state through various types of breathing, that they could hear this voice for the first time in their lives. Because many people, when I ask them, so what's your self-image? They say, I'm great, I'm awesome, I'm talented. I mean, everyone knows it. I mean, there's nothing to hide, and I don't mean to boast, but I'm awesome. But yet the proof is in the pudding. They are depressed. Public might not know what addictions they have. The public might not know how many times they wake up at night. Their own family doesn't know deep inside of what's going on. You could do it on your own if you know how to, but otherwise I'm so happy to help people to be able to listen to that part of themselves, of the amygdala, and suddenly the truth comes out. And I do this almost on a weekly basis, and I have hundreds of stories where the truth comes out and they even yell afterwards, why did I say that? Well, that's logic. The amygdala doesn't always need to be logical. It is what it is. If there's a belief system, if there's a program, that doesn't matter. If someone came to your computer and they're a technician and they came and they put a faulty program in your computer, it doesn't matter what you want, what you don't want, what else you want, what you don't want. If you have a virus there and there's a faulty program, there's a faulty program. To notice where the source is and how to uninstall it to get rid of the virus, that is our goal. Happiness, joy, tranquility, inner peace, relaxation, and quiet happiness is in your reach. Have an awesome and delightful day. And no, it's not the pills, it's not the drugs, it's not your vacation, it's not the clothing, it's not the $300 cars, it's not the $14 million houses that will do it for you. They might for a very short while, but you know what happens afterwards. To get to the core of your brain, of your subconscious, is our goal. Give me a shout, and your life can be turned around. Have an awesome and delightful day.